Hi, this is Mark here. Today I'm going to show you the whole process of making this animated title using Blender. Blender is one of the most popular 3D programs now, and it is kind of a versatile tool because it can do the modeling, compositing, video editing in just one program. And most importantly, it is free of charge. So for anyone who wants to get into the CG industry, I strongly suggest you should try this program out first. So if you are interested, you can go to this website, blender.org, and download the program. So without further ado, let's take a look at what it can do. So this is the opening scene of Blender, and as you can see here, this is the latest version of Blender. You can download it from its official website. So let's get into the main scene. And first of all, I think I should turn on the screencast keys so that you can see the button I press at the lower left corner of the main window. You see, I press S to scale up this cube. Okay, so yeah, the cube, we can use this to be the backboard of each letter. So I'm going to do some scaling here. And first of all, I will make it thinner, make it taller, and also maybe a little wider. Okay, so you see the cube has a very sharp edges here, and nothing in the real world will have this kind of sharp edges. So normally I will add some modifier to the object here. So the first modifier I'm going to add is the bevel modifier, and as you can see, it adds some division to the object, and if I increase the segment here, it adds even more. So I press the smooth shading here, and it looks a little smoother now. So if you are not satisfied with that, we can add a second modifier, the subdivision surface. So now it becomes even smoother. Okay, so yeah, if you are okay with the effect now, you can press apply the modifier to integrate them with the original cube. Okay, now I'm going to create a text, the letter. Okay, like add a text object here and move it forward, and I gotta rotate it a little bit. Okay, along the y-axis, I'm gonna rotate it. So yeah, in Blender, it's the way to change the text is somewhat different from other 3D programs. You gotta enter into the edit mode and type in the letter you want here in the main screen. And other 3D software, normally it would have the window here to change the letter. Yeah, but once you get familiar with this, I think it's okay. It's not very complicated. Okay, so yeah, the first letter I'm going to type in is A, and then I can change to the right wheel, and I press the font panel, and I can increase the size of the letter. Okay, maybe it's like this. And move it to the center of the board, and here you can change the font of the letter, and this is something I think the programming team can improve in the future, because we don't have any preview here to change the font of the letter, which we need to click this and go into the Windows folder and find the font. Sorry, where it is. Okay, the font folder to find out the font we actually want. I think this is not very convenient, and today maybe at this time I will use the comic font. So I open font. Yeah, you see the A becomes the another form, and here I can increase the size of A a little bit and adjust this position a little bit to make it the center of the board. Okay, so I will come back to the perspective view. Now this is just a plain A. So here in the slider, I can extrude it a little bit so it would have some depth, and also I can increase the depth here. The depth here actually is similar to a bevel modifier. We can see we have more divisions here, and when I add the resolution, it becomes even smoother. Okay, so it looks nice now, and I will jump to the top view and move the ladder to this place to get it much closer to the board. Okay, so this is the first ladder combination we made, and before creating the second one, I can grab the text object and put it under the cube. So the reason why I do this is that when I move the cube object, the ladder will move along the way, so it's very convenient. Okay, so I select this object, Shift D to control, and since I want to move it along the y-axis, I can press Y. Okay, and also Shift D again, Y. Yeah, it moves to this direction. Yeah, now I can press 8 again and enter into the edit mode and type in R, the second letter, and I press the last letter. I can press enter into the edit mode again and add in T. Okay, so this is the three objects, the three letter we want. The next thing I'm gonna do is to go to the right wheel, select all these letters and move it to the center of the scene. Okay, move it to the center of the scene, and then I'm gonna set the animation for my camera. So first of all, on the left window, I can enter into the camera. I can move it here from this part, and I can rotate it a little to here. I think because I want to add some hero look of this board, so normally I will put the camera lower. Okay, yeah, a little lower. Yeah, great. And also you can see here in this panel we can change the parameter of the camera, so the focal length, I think it can be lower down, so we'll have some lens distortion along the edge. Yeah, you see here. Yeah, and I'll rotate it even more. Okay, so yeah, this is the camera position, and then I'm gonna add some animation to the camera. So here I'll bring out this panel. I'll add the keyframe here. Yeah, insert keyframe, and I start the auto key. And this part you can see here, we have a small yellow line at the beginning of our timeline. So this means the position, the starting position of the camera is set. So if I move it to maybe 65 maybe, and I want the camera to start from this side to here. Yeah, when I release the mouse, you can see the timeline there is another yellow line here, which means the new position of the camera is already set. So we can pay attention to this window. When I press, you can see the camera moves like this. Okay, so after this, yeah, I want it to move back to the front wheel. So after this, I will move the timeline, the marker to here, and I will drag my camera back and rotate it along z-axis like this. Okay, maybe I can move back a little more. Okay, yeah, so this is the final look of our opener. Yeah, so when I jump back to the beginning of the timeline, you can see the camera moves like this. Yeah, that's great. And I can put it still here. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is to add the background of this scene. So yeah, and select everything. I will add a cube in the middle of it, and I size it up. Yeah, make it transparent. Okay, and here, jump to the front view, move it down a little bit. I'll size it up along the y-axis. Okay. Yeah, and then I will go to the edit mode, deselect everything, change to the face mode, and I'll cancel these two faces, so it looks like in a studio. And then I'll add some subdivision to the this background, and then I can add a modifier, the subdivision modifier to it, and make it the curve edge here. Okay, if I add up, yeah, it looks like this. That's great. So if you think the curvature is too much, you can hide the effect for now and add some division here, and just turn on again. Yeah, it looks a little better. Okay, so this is the background. So let's text here so whether we can see it good. Yeah, not bad. The next thing I'm gonna do is to add some lighting to this scene. So as we can see, we have a lamp here. This is the default lamp, and if we turn on the render mode here, we can see, yeah, the lamp gives light up the object, and the shadow is very sharp, so it's not what I want. And in Blender we have a very good way to add some lateral lines, and that is to use the HDR image. So first of all, we need to change our renderer from Blender renderer to Cycles renderer, and here in the World tab we can add a node, and we can add a environment texture. So we open, we can go to the HDR file, and as you can see, the HDR file is very big, and maybe I can open it up here. The HDR file are very big. You see, 96 MB. This one is a 14 MB. I'm gonna change the form so you can see the preview of these images. So what HDR image does is it adds the scene with the lighting of this particular image, and the lighting will be more diffused, will be more lateral. So today I'm going to use maybe this HD, maybe this one is just 3.37 MB, and open it up. Okay, and when I change it to the render mode, you see it adds a very lateral lighting to the scene. Okay, and now I can change the, maybe I can keep this on. I can add some material to this object, and first of all I'll select the first backboard. I come here, click nodes, and yeah, this is the the objects, and maybe I can change this color a little bit to white. And as we can see, because we duplicate these objects, so when I create a new material, it just add this material to all these three backboards. So the thing I'm gonna do is to go to the second cube, the second cube, and I'm gonna delete the material here, and as you can see here, it's gone. And also I'll do the same thing to the third one. Okay, so when I come back to the second one and I add a new material and I change the color, yeah, you can have another color for this board. And also the same to the third one, and I add a new material. This time I will make it a little purple. Okay, so you can see the ART becomes this. It's kind of comic, right? And yeah, we can do the same thing to the text. And for this one, I just used it. Yeah, maybe we just keep it as default. And maybe I add this one. Yeah, add a some materials to it. Okay, maybe I just used it white. But it's kind of plain. It's kind of plain for now. So yeah, normally we can drag here. I'll go to the node editor. Yeah, you can see here, this is the a new way of editing material. So in the past, we can just use this traditional panel to adjust the material, but nowadays, a lot of compositing software will use the node-based editor to manipulate the material. So here, yeah, this is the material basic nodes for the second test for T. And if I want it to be a little shiny, I can add some another, maybe at the glass node here, and when I connect it to the surface, as you can see, the T here, I can exit the you can see the T here. It has the reflection and the refraction of glass. Yeah, that's very interesting. And if I want to mix this too, I can also add a mix shader, and I connect this to this dot, and we can see, yeah, we have a T that is white, and at the same time it has some a reflection and refraction. Okay, so yeah, I can change the factor here to make it the way I want. Okay, I'm not going to go deep into this for now, and what I want to say is that I can select all these nodes, and I can go to another text, select these nodes, delete them, Control V to paste it on it, and also for the first text, the A, and also select them and delete them, and Control V to paste the node here. Okay, so yeah, this looks nice to me. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is to add some animation to these letters. So maybe I can join these two windows first, join area. Okay, so let's move back to the first frame. Okay, so yeah, I want, because the camera you see is zooming. I'm going to turn off the random mode for now. See, the camera is moving from left to right, and I want the first board to turn around at frame 10. So yeah, first of all, I will rotate this backward 180 degree, same here, 180 degrees, same here, 180 degrees. So yeah, this is the starting point, the starting position of these three letters, and I press the first one, and here I have had this auto key on, and I want it to turn within maybe 10 frames. So here at frame 20, I will press R, Z, and I want it to rotate, yeah, you see, clockwise. Okay, so I press negative 180 degrees. So here we have these two yellow lines here, meaning the position of this frame is set. You see, yeah, this is the first movement. And here at the second one, you can choose the second letter and give it a starting position, and then 10 frames later at frame 30 it would rotate like the first one. Yeah, it will rotate 180 degrees clockwise, sorry. Okay, and for the third one, this one I will set a keyframe here. Okay, and 10 frames later it would rotate 180 degrees clockwise. So yeah, we can see here from this angle, these three letters rotates and the camera move back. So yeah, maybe here I can turn on the render again. The render again. You can see here, yeah, it moves a little too slow. So the starting point is like this, and it moves like this, right? Yeah. Maybe the letter is a little too dark now, so yeah, maybe I can move back to here, and I think the factor should be, sorry, here. I exit the camera wheel, and I can increase the factor here. Okay, it looks a little nicer than just now. Here, make it maybe 0.9. Here also 0.9. Yeah, that would be whiter than before. Okay, so move back to the camera view. Now everything is set now, so here I can move to the first tag, the camera tag, and I'm going to render this video out. And here I will go through some settings here with you. First of all, the dimension. You need to choose how big your the size of your video, whether it is 720p or 1080p. Okay, but this time, for time being, I will choose the 720p. So the resolution will be 1280 pixels width and 720 pixels height. Okay, and the quality is 100%. And here I will lower the frame range from 250 to just 100, and the frame rate now is 24 FPS. That means the video will have 5 seconds. And let's move them here. The output, I'm not going to render out the RPG files. I'm going to render it as a video, so I will choose FFmpeg video, and I will press RGB because I want it to have color And the encoding, normally I will choose H.264 in MP4 because this kind of format can be played by most of the players. So I will choose this one. And also the output quality, I will set it high quality, and speed I will choose fast. And the output location will be here, Blender text, and I will give it a name, text, accept. So yeah, this is the everything I need to do. And the final thing is you need to do is to press the animation button. So the scene is being animated, and you can see it is not very fast. Maybe I have added some because I want it to be in high quality, so it is not very fast. Maybe I can cancel that for now, and I can lower it to the medium quality. Yeah, so it should be a little faster than just now. Okay, I pressed animation again. And it goes a little faster. It goes a little faster, and we can move back to here, and we see we have a MP4 file being rendered in this path. So yeah, when it is finished, we'll have a MP4 here ready to be used. And yeah, that's all for today's lesson, and thank you for watching.